Everybody, what is up? This is Mike and I'm here today with
JB.
I went on Facebook and Twitter and I asked a few people if they had any questions about what it's like being black inside of Korea.
Whoa, okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, so we got a few questions that we're going to be answering today. So let's get to it. Okay, so Jeff, our first question is, do people actually avoid us on public transportation?
Do people avoid us on public transportation? Yes, they do. That is a most
Definitely yes.
reason being. I'm at the beginning of the subway line. Here's whole row of seats. Here's me. Boop. Everyone hops on. Avoid the seats next to me. They would rather stand. Unless they are desperate. They have to be desperate and want these two seats. Another instance, people avoid me on the elevator. On the elevator, definitely. Yes, they do. They avoid me on the elevator. For example, I go to my building, I hit up, I'm going up. Another Korean couple walks by, and they hit up. I'm thinking, what's going on? You guys want to go up in the same elevator with me? What did I do to you?
Like, we gonna take the stairs up to the 18th floor.
Oh no!
You sacrificed today.
We gonna work out today.
I definitely experienced it too. I know, just right on the bus. And I mean, you look in the front, seats are filled. Look in the back, seats are filled, and you just have this nice little seat. But you know, the ones who do sit beside you,
right,
they're never like the women.
Right.
It's always like the older ajishis who just look like they gave up on life, and they just don't care. They look at you, they just sit down, they just sit back. But now for the girls, they be like, nah, I'm good. They'll just start standing, they'll keep standing the whole time. But you do have those few who sit down and then they just like kind of do their thing and they pass out and stuff like that. So our next question is, please compare and contrast being black in Korea to being black in America.
In America, I'm your simple, average, everyday black guy who probably doesn't have any friends and just stays inside all day. But in Korea, I'm all of a sudden this high-class black guy with hair they've never seen before, and they're wondering what in the world happened to you. And they just start asking me questions left and right because of my hair and because of me. So,
you're like a super novelty, you know, in Korea, because there's not a lot of us, especially if you don't live in Seoul. Because in Seoul, there's just so many different foreigners, right? So like, further you go out from Seoul, the more of a novelty you are. I've heard people who've been touched and they've had their hair kind of like rubbed and stuff. And do you ever get your hair touched?
All the time.
Really?
Yes, the old ladies. Example, I'm just sitting down listening to music, and then I hear I feel some woman tugging my hair. I turn and I like slap her hand out like, what are you doing? If this was me touching your hair, different story. But instead, it's like, okay, I understand. Like, I've learned to figure out, like, okay, they're curious and they want to touch my hair, but they can't communicate to me that they want to touch my hair, or some are just bad at it. And sometimes I say, okay, just touch this string. It's fine.
But oddly enough, they touch mine too.
What?
And my hair's not even long as yours.
What you got going on?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Kids constantly want to touch my hair. I guess they just want to. They're like, what does it feel like? I'm like, it just feels like hair. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's just hair. So one of our next questions is, what kind of stereotypes have you encountered in Korea as a black male?
Okay, as a black male, I've encountered a lot. I've definitely encountered a lot, but I will give you two. The hair, yeah. Where are you from? Africa? No. Jamaica? No.
Not from Jamaica.
No, brother. I am from Baltimore. Trivia question: which Baltimore am I talking about? USA Baltimore or UK Baltimore?
There's a UK Baltimore?
Yes, there is.
I didn't even know that. It's funny. I'm always like, where are you from? Like, I'm from Georgia. I'm like, really? Oh, like Georgia coffee? And I was like,
where's Baltimore? I don't know. Where's Maryland? I don't know. Okay. I'm from DC then. Do you know what Washington DC is? The one thing I get the most is my hair, is that I'm a Rastafarian, I'm an Islander. No, I'm not, I'm from the States. Go Rays. One thing I get whenever I go out at night, whether it's by myself or with friends, is, hey bruh, you got a light? Oh, I don't have any cigarettes. Go down the street to the local hookah bar and check in the back. Check in the very, very back.
I've encountered a few stereotypes that a lot of the media put out about black people from America.
Okay.
The media from America puts out. So for example, black people are big, scary, they're very demanding, they're thieves, they're thugs. So earlier we talked about people avoiding you on like public transportation, right? But then I feel like even when you're just out and about, like I am really, really, really mindful if I'm wearing dark colors at night. Like I just don't walk up on people or be too close because I also know that they would literally almost jump out of their skin if they see me like in the dark. And when I'm in the dark, I'm like ninja, bro. It's actually happened to me where I wore like a hoodie and like some girl saw me and she turned around. She's like, ah! She just screamed. And I was like, my bad.
That happened?
Yeah. Because I was in a place where there weren't any lights, and I kind of like, I don't know if that was my fault or not. Like I was just texting. I have noticed that if you know any Korean at all, a lot of Korean people will actually appreciate that. I've noticed that when you do speak that language and show that you kind of have a little bit of interest in the culture, then that like, oh, he's scary because he's black kind of mindset starts to unravel more and more, and then eventually kind of dissipate. All right, so this next question, our last question for today, is a really interesting question. Do Koreans look at black foreigners the same as they look at white foreigners, Hispanic foreigners, Indian, etc., etc., etc.?
Based on my experiences, it's going to be different. We just talked about the stereotypes that we go through. These are just our experiences, but I guarantee it, if you talk to countless black people who have come here, their stories are all going to be different.
It seems like black people are treated somewhat differently, but for some English-speaking jobs, right, you will actually see some posts on like Craigslist. And so they'll actually specify which ethnicity or which color basically they want their person, right? So they'll say like whites only or no black please. And don't get me wrong, not all Koreans are like this. They're not like this whatsoever. I mean, but anywhere you go, you're always gonna have people who are racist or ignorant. I mean, that's just people.
Correct me if I'm wrong, they are calling them out and they are letting the certain boards and certain needed people who need to know like they are enforcing this.
Is about time. Everyone, thank you so much today for watching, and thank you for coming, Jeff.
Thank you for having me.
Jeff, if anyone's interested in watching you more, how can they find you?
If you want to watch me more, go on youtube.com and just type in a search, Jeffrey Boyd.
And if this video does well, we're definitely going to do another one.
Definitely.
We got to do another one. With that being said, make sure you guys check out the next video. But until then, y'all be cool. Peace.
Peace.
Good.